Yeah, still coughing like a fecking idiot, but yeah, I'm all right.
All right. And that is Aid Smith, folks, telling us that he is coughing like an expletive deleted idiot here on the BAMF podcast, your lunchtime quick play of Star Frontiers. The classic Star Frontiers, not the new Star Frontiers, which doesn't actually exist in playable format. But and our GM is Walt Billiard. How you doing, Walt?
I am not commenting on all that nonsense because
Fair
that's
enough.
what it is. It's nonsense.
I was just being factual that there is no product I can buy called Star Frontiers to play other than the one we're about to play from the 80s. So, oh,
Yeah.
hey, sorry, intro music. Here we go. Quick roundup. Jason Sunday is playing Dax Polter. How you doing, Jason?
Doing well. How are you?
Strike first, strike hard, no mercy, sir. He's
That's
wearing
right.
a Cobra Kai shirt for those of you listening to it later. Alice is here playing a breast mechanic called, say your name so I don't get it wrong, Alice.
XX.
XX. Okay. Aid Smith is here playing a. Aid, who are you playing?
I'm playing I'm playing as Yuzarian, but I haven't got a name yet. So at the
Okay.
moment, I'm going to call him Speedy.
Speedy. All right.
I would have
And,
gone with like Dave or something like that.
And Jesse, who are you playing?
Playing Brandon Hale, a human, I guess, medic.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. And I am playing a guy named Fainsell. Good lord, these names, Walt.
I didn't make this up.
Castleton, who is a human with an automatic pistol, and let's just leave his character at that. And I will hand the microphone over to Walt. So let's get going.
All right. So if you've ever seen this game at all, this is one of those games that is starting to make the rounds due to certain bits of news making its play throughout the various bits of social garbage that's out there. However, back in the day, this was a really fun game, and it's super simple. Everything's percentile. So you don't have to worry too much about various dice and what they do. So the basic premise of the game is you guys are out on the fringe of the frontier, trying to make your way in a galaxy, make that buck so you can fly and transport stuff another day. It's kind of like Firefly with laser guns. But there were some very cool, iconic races back in the day. You have the Vrusk, which are like big, giant mantis people. Think of them like the
We're big bugs. So I have an upper torso, and then I have like a mantis head, and then my bottom part is more like I've got 6 legs on my bottom part. So
yep, giant, huge thorax. So they're cool because they have automatically have ambidexterity, which grants them like extra attacks and stuff like that. You have the Assyrians, which you can see up on the screen right here, and those guys are pretty cool because they're kind of like if you crossed an arboreal monkey with a sugar glider. They have the ability to glide and fly and stuff like that, and they are pretty mean on a trigger when you get them there. So that being, what's that?
If I remember the lore correctly, they all have East Philadelphia accents too. Is that correct? Or
they had what accents?
East Philly accents. They all sound like Ben Affleck or Matt Damon and Good Will Hunting, right? Isn't that in the lore? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I believe that is in the lore. So, Aid, are you ready to manufacture that accent for us?
I couldn't even do it if I wanted to.
All right, if you just say wicked, like
a lot, wicked pissa.
Sentence. Yeah, there you go.
Wicked pissa. Yep. Yeah, get that Boston going. Right on. All right. So you guys are all working for the same organization out on the fringes of space, right? And you guys are working for Bernie's Acquisitions and Mercurial Frosting, your number one place for repossessions, acquisitions, and fainting goat snack cakes. What's that?
Wicked.
Wicked. We go out of our way. If you lost it, we'll boss it. So I'm sitting here at my because I'm Big Bernie and I'm sitting here at my desk, and I get a call come across the comm. Apparently, one of the big Federation types have lost their really shiny starship. Military don't want to go in because I guess the government is shut down for the holidays, and the rest of the again. And I guess the rest of the mercs are doing their thing out somewhere else. I have no idea. So that being the case, we're going to need you guys to go out there and get some stuff done. I got a ship for you, the Selenium Sparrow. It's ready to go and all fueled up. I just need to know what extra gear do you need. The cargo you are going to be recovering is a host of androids and the specimen they are carting.
This ain't a trash can like you gave us last time, right? I had to use duct tape to get us home.
You owe me $14, 14 credits and 21 microcreds for that tape. By the way, I don't run on charity. What do you guys want? Anything specific for this?
A jetpack.
Jetpack he can get you.
Snack cakes.
That is a specialty, and they will give you a crate.
Right.
What is the specimen these androids that we're supposed to be retrieving are gonna be carrying?
Well, Faint Sal, I don't know what it is. I asked 3 times. 3 times they denied me.
I want
Every
some
time
explosives.
I'm sorry.
I would like some explosives.
Well, what kind of explosives are we talking here?
Det cord.
That I can do.
I would like some too, because I have a 6 level skill in demolitions. So
6?
6.
Holy crap!
Well, you gave me these pre-gens. I didn't know this character.
That's fantastic. Okay, so what do you call it? You guys all stacked up. Besides that, do you want anything else other than jetpacks, explosives, some of the other stuff that do you need? Because he's getting you the ship that will get you there, drop you off.
Yeah, I want some RV controllers. I would like some controllers.
So like what do you call
Robotics robot controllers. That way, when I tap into robots and whatnot, I can make use of them more easily.
Oh, like drones?
Yeah.
All right. I can do that. Anything else?
Nah.
So I have the beam weapon skills. So have I got a beam weapon?
Yes, you do. You have a. Let's see. Your character. You have. Where'd he go? There we go. You have a laser pistol and a vibro knife.
Yep.
All right, I've got some
perfect. That's fine.
I have Tornadium D16. What exactly is that? I got 4 of those.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get to your character, and we will check that out.
D16 sounds like a really dodgy dice.
What was yours? Is there we go. You have.
I'm guessing that's some kind of explosives pack.
Oh yeah. Tornadium D19.
Yeah.
Those are like what do you call it? Like brick explosives. Like
Okay,
you set
cool.
them, put a timer on, stuff like that.
All right, then I am good. I'll shut up. Let someone else talk now.
Anything else? Anybody?
Yeah, I'll need a sword and some armor.
What kind of sword are you looking for?
How about the electric sword? What is it called?
Vibroblade?
Yeah, you can get an electric sword.
An electric sword. There we go.
Yeah, so that would be a certain saber made of light with the serial numbers filed off.
What? Improbable.
Yes. And last but not least, aid. Anything? Mr. Aid Smith.
I'm happy with just a gun and a dagger. That's good enough for me.
Right on. All right, so you guys board the Selenium Sparrow. It basically looks like a giant monster can with wings on it.
So it is that trash can.
Yeah, it is the trash can you talked about earlier. You take off, get to your jump point, which are like these giant, massive starships that unveil these rings. They open up a portal. You guys shoot through, come out the other side, and then yes, TD19 is explosive. And then you come out the other side and do your thing. So on the way there, You have a small almost like a Humvee or a ground mobility vehicle that you guys can use to get around. Do you outfit anything on it? Do you do anything with it? Getting ready. Jesse, did you get any gear, by the way?
Just what I already sent you. Had
Gotcha.
equipment pack, flashlight, chronocom, blanket,
Gotcha. All right.
all the things to make people feel better.
Right on.
I want to know where that flashlight goes.
Yeah, well, there was that one time in Dallas. All right, so you guys are doing your thing. You get through the gate. It warps you out to the other side. The planet is kind of what do you call it? Sparse, but there are a couple of landing zones that you guys can make, or you could try and just land for the crash site itself. On your board, on the big pilot's display, a thing comes up that says "Quarantine Planet, do not enter," and it flashes.
Who's piloting, by the way?
Yeah, who is piloting?
If
I'm
any
the mechanic, not the pilot.
And I don't fly.
If none of you are flying, then the big multi-mechanical bot that they sent with you is the one doing the piloting. His name is Francis.
Then Francis is piloting because I don't have it.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Christopher McGlothlin, how you doing, sir?
Hi, Christopher.
Yeah, all my skills are related to making things go ouch, so I'm not piloting either. So I guess it's Francis.
Francis, it is. So he turns to you and he says, "We are getting a rather significant warning from the planet saying that we should not land."
Probably glitch.
It's just to keep tourists away.
Shall I continue with the landing cycles?
Yeah, go for it.
Please do.
What's that?
I said, please do.
And in the event that we crash, whose fault should I tell Bernie that was the one who allowed us to hit the dirt?
Yours.
Uh,
You're the pilot.
You see the whole. Now, this thing is like this big hulking mech that's kind of plugged into the front of the ship. The whole torso turns around, and you see it's like ocular, like narrowed down. And he's like, "That is not funny." Starting landing cycle. You guys land on the planet. There's a bunch of storms and atmospheric interference when you guys start making your way down. It's really tumultuous, like a hard time getting all the way down. After some like crazy piloting checks, he makes it onto the dirt, and then you guys make your landing about half a kilometer away. Are you going to make your way over there by truck or go by foot?
Truck.
I think we should get at least closer by truck, and then we can sneak in once we get a little closer by foot.
All right. So after abandoning the truck and then walking a couple of meters toward the wreck of the crash, you can see it's fairly extensive. This thing broke up all over the place.
Hey,
So
we cut off 2 of my legs.
sorry, best I could do. So you have a power core section of the plane here. Wing sections are up here, and then the main cargo section and the main ship are here.
Ship already looks better than the one Bernie gives us.
You're not lying. So the big hulking bot that's with you says, "I am detecting no life forms in the area."
Does he detect any droids, robots, automatons?
There is one presence in the ship with a power core displaying that unique signature. Would you like me to destroy it, sir?
Does it appear hostile?
It appears broken, according to my scans.
Can you contact it?
Why, yes, I can. So he walks through you guys, and pretty much plodding along, and then he turns when he gets to the back of the craft, and he says, "Excuse me, are you functional?" And he says, he turns to you, Mike, and he says, apparently, yes, I can contact the artificial intelligence in the ship, sir.
I walk over next to him and try to say hello.
All right. Oh, so I'm going to put the screen back up so you guys didn't see the boring stuff of me moving stuff.
Is there a Roll20 portal we should be logged into?
I can send you the link.
Okay.
The next time I pull out of the screen, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
All right. So, Mike, you're going up here.
I'm going up there.
Anybody else joining him?
I'm going to cover him from behind the rock.
I actually want to go and start seeing what parts I can salvage before we head into the cargo hold.
All right. So you got power core.
I'll go to power core.
All right. Whoops. Aid, where are you going?
I'm going to actually scramble up on top of that rock so I can actually get a decent view down onto any ground stuff.
Gotcha. Jesse?
I'll go up on the rocket also, since there's nothing for me to patch up yet.
Gotcha.
I will
I'll just keep a watch.
I suppose I should mention that I've got I'm dual wielding pistols at this point.
Okay.
I thought it would look cool. So,
So am I.
yeah.
Right on.
I dual wield too.
All right. So it's really weird, the description of how this game tells you how many actions you can get when you have attacks. Like, for example, for each pair of an arm and an over and for each arm above a leg, you get an attack. So, like,
That's a very interesting way of determining it.
yeah, it's a very, they worded some stuff very strange in there. I blame the acid in the 70s. And then those Buck Rogers, TV shows. Like, for example, the Ixacs automatically get something like 4 attacks. Just
because I have extra legs and therefore I have extra arms above those extra legs in theory.
Yeah, it's a weird way to talk about it. But all right, so you got the mech that's right there. Mike, you're right here. And you can see just about here the legs of the android sticking out. If you guys have ever seen the latest iterations of Aliens, the Aliens franchise in comics, the android looks pretty much white, like they didn't even bother to put real skin on it, but it's dressed in like battle armor. There's a ruined beam rifle off to the side, and his torso is separated from his lower half. There's like white inky blood all over the place, and the thing looks up at you as you approach, Mike, and it says, "Good day, sir. Are you here for the recovery?"
Yes, we are.
And he says, "Do you have the ability, or someone who has the ability, to recover my legs so I may assist you in this endeavor?"
Where are your legs?
You're standing right in front of them, and he's like in the middle of the ship.
Oh, okay. So I have his legs.
Yeah, it looks like he was either wrecked by the crash or something pretty much ripped him in half.
I have a mechanic for you guys.
That's true. Do you want to repair this mystery robot we just met?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, it's going to be a few minutes before she gets there because she's salvaging something from the power core.
Yep. So you call me on comms. Yeah, I'll get to it. Hold on.
Okay, fair enough. So I let him know I'm assuming it's a him, but I don't know how this particular robot identifies. So I let them know that it'll be a minute while our mechanic takes care of some other stuff, and I try to draw them into a conversation about what might have caused this crash and how they came to be in this situation.
He kind of looks at you with he's trying to affect confusion, and he says, "Didn't you get the file?"
I didn't get any file.
So you were just sent here blind?
That would seem to be the case, yes.
Wow, your boss must hate you.
I would like some more details as quickly as you can provide them about why that is the case.
He says, and I would love to provide those details to you as soon as I can. However, some of the details might have been sketchy, as my memory core has been as equally damaged as my body. From what I remember, we were transporting a very rare specimen to a research facility when we came under attack by pirates.
What kind of
Oh, please go ahead.
what kind of specimen?
Accessing. It would seem that that's in the part of my memory core that's damaged. I bet you didn't see that coming.
So we got max headroom here.
Pretty much.
All right. I relay all this information back to the rest of the team, and I guess the mechanic will be over in a second. Fix the robot. Maybe we can upgrade the ship's systems. Try to get some details on the specimen, which I'm guessing is probably missing in the ruins now, and likely scouting around hunting us. It was a smart move to establish a security perimeter right now.
Are you asking him, or are you asking your crew?
I'm putting that out to the crew.
Yep, I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Can we arrange ourselves kind of in a semicircle around the huge bot there behind the ship while we wait on XX to repair the droid and then try to hack into the computer systems to see what's going on? This way, no one's exploring on their own and just waiting to get picked off.
That would never happen.
I've seen enough movies. And Thomas has some sage advice that we should probably be heeding, which is never trust strange robots. That's a man who's seen some movies. He's not wrong. All right. Cool. I have one complication. I've stepped away for a second because my dogs are barking like the end of the world, just a few feet that way. So I'm going to turn off my microphone and camera, and just run without me for a minute, okay?
Gotcha.
And sorry, I couldn't activate for a minute. Brandon was running a very loud creamy. Yeah, I will head over within the perimeter and go help with fixing the robot while everybody else keeps watch. You guys are all paranoid.
I assume the Magni goggles I've got are binoculars, effectively.
Yes.
I will stand on the top of this rock then and scan as much of the horizon as possible to see if I can see anything that's kind of nearby.
Gotcha. Jesse, are you staying with him?
Yeah, I'll stay around, just keeping an eye on things.
All right, so we'll put you on that side, so you guys are facing in opposite directions. Aid, after a few minutes of kind of like watching things out in the desert, there's really nothing going on. You have kind of like an idea. Can you give me an environmental skill check, the first check of the game? And that skill check is going to be where'd it go? PDF. So your environmental, you have a level 6, right? So that will give you a 60% to it's because you get pretty much 10% per level, 60% to kind of gauge the environment.
Okay.
But you're going to take a do you have a preferred environment that you normally associate with being a Yazarian, or because you're a scout are you like diverse?
Whatever works. Yeah, foresty stuff, I suppose. We'll go for foresty just to keep it equal today. So,
all right. So as you guys are kind of like desert, maybe a little bit of tundra.
Yeah,
that'll bring that down to like 50%.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me that roll. So
just under 50. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I got a 12.
That is exceptional. You figure that because of the way that the terrain is and how everything kind of looks so barren, but yet there's still like life periodically here and there. There's probably some wildlife in the area, and they're most likely subterranean.
Okay. I will mention that to everybody and saying there might be something actually below us rather than coming across the surface. Just keep your ear out for anything that makes kind of bouncy, crashy noises.
All right. So,
hey, you insulted my craft again?
I don't think he's insulting your craft. All right. So you get to the android.
I'm making lots of bouncy, crashy noises.
You get to the android and he is wrecked. I mean, like seriously messed up.
Okay.
Torn in half. He's still spurting like android fluid, whatever that looks like. And He's pretty messed up. Do you try to give him a fix? All
Yeah, I'll try and give him a fix.
right. What's your robotics skill?
I have a 1, and I don't know if I'm supposed to roll high or low. I rolled an 8.
So 25. So you take half your intelligence plus the 1. So that would be 35. And you rolled an 8.
Yeah, 8.
That is really good.
Okay, so we're supposed to roll low. My first
Yep.
roll.
So you start like putting them together. You're basically, he doesn't look worried, but the rest of your crew give you a look as you like take the tape and you're like, rip. But
duct tape fixes everything.
It's gonna take you roughly 45 minutes to an hour to put him back together, so that he'll be able to walk.
You guys see me like take my back leg, put it on a part to hold the bleeding down, and then put another leg on another part as I'm like wrenching and duct taping.
I'm sitting there watching her do this, eating my snack cake, just fascinated.
So as you're eating the snack cake, Aid, you see some Thomas Tremors. Yeah, buddy. You see people below you. And I mean, you see some movement below him on the ground, like something shifting the sand.
Okay, I will shout out and basically say, "Hey, watch out! There's something," and then whatever happens.
What are you doing, Jason? Do you respond to it?
I'm gonna like kind of dive and roll off to the side.
All right, so you move out of the way. It's funny because I was just while Mike was away, I'm sitting there and I'm like, why won't your character move? And I'm actually touching the wrong screen with the mouse. All right, there we go. All right, so you dive and roll out of the way. The thing is right there.
Okay.
Right, and it just looks like a whole bunch of displaced sand. And when he yelled, the sand fluttered and it like kind of created a small like depression in the sand.
All right, I'm gonna train my gun on that area there.
All right, what do you have? A laser pistol?
Yep.
Okay, Mike, you doing anything?
I am aiming my guns, same place where he's aiming his guns.
Okay.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yep, Jesse. A moment later, you see the power core where Ixax was standing a moment ago. Like the sand flutters around it, and the whole core moves.
All right, I'll pass that on to everyone else that everything's moving more than just that one spot, and keep an eye out.
All right. Then a second later, let's see, let's go back to here. Sharing screen again, Mike. All right. So then over in this section, you get another displacement of dirt, and Mike is the one who sees that one. So it looks like either there's whatever is underground is either circling you or there's more than one.
All right, I let everyone else know what I saw. I trained my guns on the other disturbance, and I'm assuming that Dax Pulsar can handle the first disturbance we saw, and I'm sure we're going to see more disturbances here very soon.
All right. So as Ixax is just finishing attaching the spine to what would be his hips, you hear some like impact wrench sounds, like somebody's putting on a tire, and then out from this section here, where you guys have some cover, you get this massive, like giant bug looking thing, probably about 30, 40 feet long. It's as girthy as your assistant mech, and it's got this long arrow shaped pointed head with like almost like pincer hands, similar to Ixax, coming off the top of its head. So now we get to roll for initiative. I need somebody to roll me a D10.
I got a 5.
5.
I got a 2.
Well, I only need one, and then you
Okay.
guys can decide what order you go in. I got a 3, so I failed my initiative check. So you guys got the higher check. So what we'll do first is we have to declare movement and actions. So so that way the side that loses gets to go first. You'll see me move and kind of what I'm about to do. And then because you're the winning side, you have a chance to kind of react to that before the actions actually take effect.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right. So this guy slithers past the robot, or is going to slither past the robot. And he looks like he is going to strike at, he looks like he's going to strike at Dax. All right. So that's his maneuver. Excuse me. Who wants to go first?
Abe, do you want to go first?
I'll shoot it. I'll shoot it from my lofty position.
All right. So you're shooting.
Yeah.
Who's going to be next?
I'll go
I'll go
next.
next. Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Oh, no. Let Zax go next.
All right. Ixax is next. What are you going to do?
I am going to duct tape still in my mouth. I use the sticky part to unleash the frag grenade that I have, and I launch the frag grenade at one.
All right, so you're going to be launching a frag grenade into the middle of your friends?
No, past my friends at the far end of that thing.
All right. So the frag grenade has a pretty wide radius. How far are you going to throw it? Like out to here?
Yeah. Basically, I want to, stun the.
You want to get
creature.
him, but not them.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so the duct tape's, like kind of stuck to my face with the roll back here as I.
All right. So we got Aid, Ixax. Who's next?
I'll go.
Mr.
All right.
I'll use my jetpack to land on top of the big piece of the ship on the left.
Okay. And then we got Mike or Jesse next.
I'll go last.
All right, Mike.
So this is probably too close to use Tornadium D19, even as a throwing charge.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the damage at this, and 5d10. Anyone within 1 meter. That's okay. Yeah.
I don't have enough med kit for that.
Yeah. That's a lot of band-aids. All right, so I guess I am shooting with my dual-wielded. What exactly are these pistols that I have? Automatic pistols.
Yep. And then Jesse, you're going to be last.
Seeing as though no one's hurt yet, I will just take a shot at the laser pistol.
Okay. All right. So now we'll actually go through the actions and see what happens. So you guys actually won initiative, so you'll act first. Jason, go ahead. I'm sorry. Aid is first. Go ahead. Make a shot.
Okay, so what am I rolling?
All right. So you're going to roll. You're using your laser pistol.
Yeah.
You're going to take half your dexterity. So let's see. Dexterity. All right. So your dexterity is a 50.
Yep.
So, and then you have beam weapons for 4.
Yep.
So you got 40.
Yeah.
And then half your dex for like 25. So you got
Right.
65% chance to hit him.
Would you bloody believe it? 66. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And I forgot to ask, you have a laser pistol?
Laser pistol, yeah.
So when the way laser pistols work in here, you have most laser pistols have a pack that carries 20 standard energy units, SEUs. So for every SEU you spend in a shot, you get a D10 of damage.
Gotcha. Okay,
All
so I will fire a single shot this time. If I'd have hit it, obviously, I would just to see if it would have done any damage, but 1% over, I've missed it.
Gotcha. All right, so that brings us to Ixax with the grenade. All right, so I need half your dexterity. So your dex is a 55.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
Why is that?
99.
Oh.
Nice roll.
All right, so now I got to do bounce. Hold on, see what happens to it.
Bipolar dice much?
Uh,
This is gonna hurt.
all right. That's the other thing that marks this as a truly old school game. The tables.
Apparently, the duct tape went over one of my eyes, and I lost my depth perception, guys.
Oh yeah. All right, so it's gonna bounce back and hit right here.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, no bueno.
I am so sorry.
Can I
right.
do an interceding action to just throw my body on top of it?
You might be able to reach it for that. Yeah, if you want to do that instead of the action that you had planned.
Yeah, just trying to save my team like a big hero. So yeah.
And you're wearing armor, right?
I have a military skiing suit. Does that count?
All right. So that will take up to 50 points of damage. So let's see how much boom she gets out of this.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh.
It's not as much as you might think. Whoops. Stay on the board. There we go. Yeah, it's not as much as you might think. All right, so lasers are rate of 2. Yeah, oh, that's right. He does get 2 shots. My bad. So,
It's
Aid, if
only
you
a
want to take another
fragment grenade, I didn't throw anything worse.
Aid, if you want to take another shot.
Groovy. Okay. 57 this time.
All right, and go ahead and give me.
Damage, single D10 is 6.
All right, so that -6 on him. All right, and then Mike, you actually take only 10 points of damage from that grenade going off, but it's going to knock you for a little bit of a loop. So you're going to have a little bit of when you go to act next round. It's you're going to be a little punch drunk.
All right, gonna have some negatives. All right, that's cool. At least
Right
I did something useful.
All right, so we got 8. He interrupted. Dax is jumping over with the jetpack.
That's right.
All right, and you're landing where? Right about here?
To the left. To that
So-
ship to the left.
Over here? Or
Yep,
down here?
Right there. Yep. That's good.
All right, so we're going
Out of the sand.
Whoops, not him. Come on, you're gonna move. Yeah, there we go. All right, so yeah, you're out of the sand and on top of the ship. And that brings us to Mike already had his action. Brandon, or Jesse, if you will.
All right. So he got blown up.
You were going to shoot at it, right?
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to continue with the shooting. I'm
You
gonna
get
see
2 shots.
how many bits and pieces he'll be in afterwards.
How many SEU are you going to put per shot? Oh wait, what? It's beam weapon, right? So laser.
Yeah. Yep. We'll do 4.
All right.
And I got a 36
Okay.
and a 46.
Nice. All right. Go ahead and give me damage. So roll the d10s. Let me know what you get.
That's 40-10.
Yep.
Eight. 29 for the first one.
Damn. That'll work.
And 21 for the second.
Whew. Nice. All right. So you get these beam shots off, and they it's a snap and a flash, kind of like a combat flashlight. It traces 2 huge burning sears right behind its mandibles and its little funky like grabber arms at the top. It rears up so that it's like equal in height to where you're standing on the rock, hisses at you, and then it like lunges down as all this is happening to try and snap Dax as he's trying to get away, and does not do it. His jetpack like soars him straight into the air before the thing has a chance to like latch onto him. and it like explodes a huge column of dirt and debris from the crash site as it strikes the empty ground where he was just standing. Your combat robot tries to give it a hug and fails miserably. It manages to latch onto the tail, but the thing kind of gives it an alligator tail slap and sends it back a couple of steps. So that brings us back to top of the batting order. Aid, what are you going to do?
Okay, I am going to shoot again. This time I'm going to amp my damage up to 4.
All right. You're going to take the both
so
shots?
So I use my entire charge up in 2 shots, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, 4 and 4, so that'd be 10 in total, including the 2 last time, yeah.
All right. And it looks like, just so you guys know what it's going to do, it's going to whirl around, and because Mike's standing there, it's going to go try and give him a bite. All right, so that's Aid. Ixax, what are you doing? Oh, wait.
I'm going to try out my ambidexterity, and I am going to pull out my pistols and just unload on them. Unload on this thing.
All right. There. Okay. You're going to do that. Dax, you're on top of the ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him twice with my pistol. I think either that or throw him a snack cake.
Awesome.
No, I'll shoot. I'll shoot.
All right. That brings us to Mike, but he's off mic for right now. Jesse, what are you gonna do?
Do another 2 shots.
All right. So starting with Aid, go for it. He's
okay.
Your target's moving around pretty quick.
Yep.
He's like darting back and forth. You're gonna get a negative 10.
Okay, so it was 55 now. Oh, sorry, it was 65 now. It's
55. Yep, and
okay.
he still doesn't have cover, so
okay,
you're good to go on that.
29 for the first one.
Got it.
And 32 for the second one.
All right, give me damage.
So damage-wise, we are talking 26 for the first shot.
Oof.
And 15 for the second shot.
15. All right, check that. All right, you're good. All right, so 2 more shots as it whirls around, and you get the slamming of all the legs as it's kind of like circling around to go at Mike. You burn off 2 of its legs. Part of that side of it kind of hits the ground and rears up to support it, but it's still running after Mike. Ixax.
It's one way teammates can actively promote them.
You're on mute.
Sorry, I was muted. I am going to use my laser pistols and shoot it. I'm going to blow them as hard as I can on them.
All right, how many?
Shot.
How much charges are you using?
I'm going to use the full 4 on each.
And
there's 20 per clip, right? 20 SEU per clip. Okay. So the first one is a 78. That's a miss. Second one is a 57. I believe that's a hit with my stats.
You're going to be minus 10 because of its movement. And...
Okay. So I believe that's a miss then.
Yeah. And you're using 2 pistols, right?
Yes, I'm using 2 pistols.
2 more shots.
Yep, exactly. Next one's an 11, so I hit.
Okay.
And the next one's a 22, so I hit.
All right, give me some damage.
Okay. So that's 4d6 for each of them, right? Actually, this says 1d10
well,
per SEU.
It's 1d10 per SEU. So
4 points is what I get.
So what is it?
I get 4d10s, right? Because it's laser pistol. I spent 4 SEU on each shot.
Correct.
So I get 4d10s on each. Cool. I realized I do have the books, so I went and opened them. Haha.
Nice.
Whoa. Okay. I rolled almost max damage. 3 off max.
I'm not adverse to max damage.
Yeah, almost max. So
it's almost as good as Greg damage, but
37.
not as good as 37.
That's only the first shot. 37 on the first shot, and then I have not as good 28 on the second shot.
Nobody told me there'd be this much math.
Sorry, 28 on the second shot.
28, 37. All right, go. All right. It's 27. Yep. Wow, this thing is going to be messed up. You guys are like microwaving this thing like a burrito
Good.
at a gas station.
And hey, Dale Russell's in the comments. Hey, good to see you, Dale.
Hi, Dale.
This is his favorite game, really?
Yeah, old school.
No doubt. All right. So you just start phase beaming this thing. It every time you hit it and strike a burn, like pieces of its chitinous armor fall off. It slams into pieces of the ship. It's trying to speed through your rate of fire, but you guys are trouncing the crap out of this thing. That brings us to Dax.
All right, so shooting is half your dex, right?
Half your dex plus your skill level. For every point you have in a skill, you get 10%.
Okay.
So
that
right
means
now, the way that it's moving, you're going to be at -10 to hit just because of its movement rate. There's like this giant table when you're using ranged weapons. It's crazy.
No worries. All right, I got 37.
All right.
For the first shot, right?
All right. And how many SEU are you using per shot?
4.
Just keep in mind, if it's a pistol, you got 20 in the clip.
Yep. All right, and second attack, 22. That's pretty good.
Nice. All right.
That's a
Go
hit.
for it. Give me some
All right.
damage.
All right, so that's 21.
All right.
Damage.
And the second shot? Or is that total?
No, the first shot missed. The second shot was 21 total.
Gotcha. All right. 21. All right. Mike, what are you doing? It looks like it's going to hit you if something doesn't happen.
I will move then.
You're going to try and dodge?
That seems like the wisest course of action based on what you just told me. So yes, I'm trying to dodge.
All right, full a full-on dodge. You're using your entire action?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so he's going to get that. And then Jesse.
I'm still going to do my 2 shots, but getting a little more control of myself, I'm going to put only 2 charges with each.
Got it.
Got a 29.
Ooh.
So that one hits. And I missed on the second.
All right, give me some damage for that 29.
12.
Nice. Damn. That's exactly what was happening. Great sound effects. The what do you call it? Another burn right at its mouth. Mike tries to fully dodge, so he's jumping off to, I assume, like behind this crate.
Yeah, just running like Bruce Willis, jumping off that skyscraper in the first Die Hard. Just,
The best movie.
it's a shame there were no sequels made to that, But yeah, just
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you can only have one greatest Christmas movie ever, right?
This is true.
It tries to strike at you as you're moving, so it's going to get, because of your dodging, it's going to get a -20 to its roll. A 0.6. Yeah, that's still gonna crack you.
Dale, I thank you for pointing out that we have high production values, because we are a quality, high production value podcast.
It slams into you with its mouth. It's like it opens its mouth and it's got those huge like centipede mandibles with tons of like little tentacles on the inside. The tentacles latch onto your armor and it tries to give you a pretty nasty bite. 6.
This is the part where I die, right?
Maybe. Hold on.
Okay.
19.
For Wilhelm scream.
You take 29 points as the thing latches down onto you with its mandibles.
Okay.
You hear several bits of your underneath the skein suit that you're wearing. It's kind of like this bullet and energy beam resistant fabric that's layered with like plates and stuff. You hear some of those plates crack and shatter. So because you took 10 points before, right?
Yep, 10 before from the Rusk's frag grenade. So I'm up to a total of 39.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and
So
I'm looking for total health on this. I'm not seeing it.
So it should be your stamina.
Stamina. Okay. Oh, I'm not. Okay, I got total 55. So I'm not doing great.
Yeah, but your what do you call it? You've taken all of this damage so far has come off of your skein suit.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it could take that much.
Yeah, they take 50.
It's 50. Okay.
Unless you have an ablative suit, which is kind of like big military grade like plate armor, and that's 100. But those are bulky restrictions to movement, that kind of deal. After the thing latches onto you with its what do you call it? Its mandibles, it tosses you into the center of the space, and then who was that? That was awesome.
That sounds like the Sirenscape scream that I was using earlier.
And then the giant like multipede slams into the sand and starts burrowing to escape. It looks really, really messed up. Are you guys doing anything as it's getting out of there?
Do we know if creatures like that are usually solitary or if it's going to come back with friends?
As your scout, Aid could use his environmental skill at at less percentage to try and figure that out.
Okay, I can do that. What would my percentage be?
It's probably like 35.
35. Okie dokie. Oh, 0.8.
Oh, yeah. You usually don't see more than one of these in a particular area. They're
we strive to please, Dale.
Yeah, the fact that you saw this one at all probably meant something is either you're in its territory or something's really wrong with the environment. You don't usually see these out. They're ambush predators, so to come after even though they're tough, come after a group like this, after a big crash, something's definitely wrong in the area. And do you finish repairing the android?
Yes, I do. I'm going to leave the bug be, let live and let live, and I am going to repair the android and see about trying to get us out of here. I have a quick question for you, Walt.
Yes.
We're out of combat at this point, but for future's sake, what is careful aim? Because apparently that gives 15%.
Yeah, that's you take time to aim at your target. I'll look it up.
Okay, don't worry about it. Deal with it later. Just curious.
Yeah, I'll look it up after the game. Go ahead.
Can I shoot the bug again? Because I have feelings about it now.
Yes. Take a shot.
Are we out of... Okay. What do we roll for this again?
So it's going to be half your dexterity.
Okay.
Plus your
10% per your weapon skill. So what do you have for weapon skill?
My dexterity is 55. My weapon skill on projectile weapons is 4.
All right. So so that would be 40 plus half your dexterity.
Okay, so 40 plus half my dexterity, 55. So just round down to say half is 25 or 27. So, and I'm just rolling 2d10 percentile.
Yes,
I
sir.
need to get 57 or lower. Okay. Let's do it. First d10 will be my 10s. And I got a 4. Second d10 is my 1s. That's a 3. So 43.
Right. And what was your percentage?
I had to get, I thought it was 50 something or lower.
Right on. And you firing both shots at it?
Oh, both shots out of both guns. Yeah.
And all right, yeah, and you're using projectile weapons, right? You're not using a laser pistol?
That is correct, yes.
Hit it. Give me some damage.
All right, let's see. What do I roll for that?
Should be a number of D10s.
1/5 D10 is what I have for automatic pistol.
Oh, you're doing a burst?
Yeah.
Automatic. Yeah.
Is that a bad idea?
Nope. Go ahead. 5d10.
5d10. All right. Let's reset. Over here on the Wizards of the Coast die roller.
Burst actually gives you plus 20% to hit. so
Yep.
you would have had an easier time to hit.
Okay. So hang on. Resets. 5d10 right there. Roll 32.
Oof. That is brutal. So this thing is like scampering. It goes all like what's the name of that Kevin Bacon thing with
Tremors.
yeah. So it goes all tremors, slams into the ground, and just starts like feeding the length of its body into the ground to escape. I think you were firing like a bolter. So
That's right. Yeah.
You probably had some gunshots. Yeah. You rake across its body. Most of it doesn't find the armor until it gets to one of the burn sites that had burned through its plating, and you just tear it apart. And like the back end of its thorax is just sticking out of the ground, stopping, and its legs are like slowly coming to like a halt from all their crawling.
Okay. So did we just kill it?
It's not moving.
Perhaps we should investigate. Is the robot prepared? Can you go investigate?
Well, you have your combat assistant, so the big robot.
Hey, Francis, go check it out.
He goes over to it. While he's doing that, anybody doing anything like healing, recovering of weapons, reloading of charge packs?
Reload and go back to repairing
And
this.
reloading and sharing snack cakes.
I will reload and then go check on Mike, see if he needs any patching up. So I got loads of Barbie girl band-aids that were on discount. So I got lots to spare.
So Thomas Verreault Jr. saying careful aim is reduced rate of fire to one shot. Right on. Thank you for looking that up, man. Where as you can tell, I yelled this out. I yelled this game out at the end of last session, like I want to run Star Frontiers, and am now like scrambling between work to read the book.
Right.
But yeah, man, hit me up on Facebook. I'd love to pick your brain about some stuff because we have the second session of this probably coming up next week. So 3 gyrojets, rate of 3. Right on, man.
Wow, Thomas, you've been a good resource for this. Appreciate you checking us out and being in the comments.
Hell yeah. So Jesse, are you doing any healing?
If he needs it.
It looks like his armor is messed up.
Yeah, I don't have any tape and stuff to fix armor. If it goes through the armor, yes, I can fix that.
You have the Barbie band-aids for that?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, looks like my skiing suit's probably trash at this point, but I haven't taken any.
Grenade was my fault. Let me see if I can fix this skim suit.
All right, so you guys are kind of like in repair and recover mode. Is this a good place to stop it, Mike? And then we'll pick up next week?
Well, it has been 1 hour, so yeah, this is the optimal time. So thanks everybody for watching us. This will be broadcast later on the Sci-Fi Writers Play Old School D&D Twitch channel. Thanks everybody for checking us out on YouTube and Facebook. And we will see you next time on the BAMF podcast.
Woo!